Ooh, Kings got whooped. Kings get dominated in New Orleans by the New Orleans Pelicans, 93-129. Ooh, man, did you see Brandon Ingram and Zion Williams in that second half in that third quarter? Brandon Ingram was on fire from three. Didn't seem like that team was missing. That was crazy. So really in that third quarter, the Kings got dominated, and that's when they lost the game and they couldn't come back. Hey, I'm back. You're back. Thanks for joining me. It's your guy, Jay Woods, aka Shy the Man, back at you with another episode of The King's Morning After. Cup of Joe with Jay.
I love it.
Ooh, that was good. That was so good I couldn't get it in my mouth quick enough. Jesus. Over here spilling coffee on myself. But like I said, thanks for joining me on another The King's Morning After Midday Cup of Joe with Jay. Yeah, Kings got demolished last night. That's pretty much my cup of Joe. 1 tablespoon of creamer. So eye test, give you the eye test. Eye test. Yeah, eye test. So eye test. My eye test was they got demolished in that second half. Brandon Ingram was hitting every three. Zion Williams was basically unstoppable. They didn't have an answer for Zion at all. And the Kings didn't have enough energy. They didn't have enough energy to come back. They didn't have enough defense to come back. They didn't have the will to come back in that game last night, and they couldn't do it in the second half. The defense just wasn't there. They weren't closing out, and they were taking lazy shots, taking really bad shots all game. They showed that they were tired on the second game of a back-to-back, in my opinion. Leading scorer last night, amazingly, was Harrison Barnes, who had 14 points in 30 minutes. Also, De'Aaron Fox had 14 points, 2 rebounds, no assists. De'Aaron Fox just didn't seem like he was there last night. He didn't have the legs. Domantas Sabonis, Kevin Huerter had 10 each. Domantas, once again, double-double machine with 10 rebounds. And Kevin Huerter was back. Good to see Kevin Huerter, even though he didn't have any rebounds. He did have 10 points. Malik Monk, again, off of the bench, had 8. You know, our microwave wasn't on fire last night, so didn't really get much off the bench. JaVale McGee had 10 points, 7 rebounds. He's been a great contributor off the bench so far and a great signing, especially while Alex Len is out. And only other person that really scored was Kobe Jones, who had 8 points. Keegan Murray left the game yesterday with some type of back injury. I don't want to say exactly what it is because I don't know what it is, but something was up with his back, and he didn't come back to the game. Also, Keon Ellis didn't play in this game at all. So Davion Mitchell was back in the backup lineup. He only had 2 points, though. He did have 8 assists, which was great, distribute the ball, but only 2 points. You know, we need a little bit more scoring from Davion, especially on the night when Keegan Murray has gone out the game. And Duarte got 8 minutes. He didn't score any points either. We need some more scoring from Duarte, too, especially coming in off the bench. He needs to be a microwave like Malik Monk, you know, get in there and get on fire. We were also missing Sasha Vezenkov and his shooting. Pelicans leading scorer was Brandon Ingram, 31 points. Zion Williams had 26, and Herb Jones had 18 points. Off the bench, Najee Marshall had 11 points. 13 rebounds for Jonas Valanciunas, which seemed like he was giving Sabonis fits last night, to be honest with you, on defense. That was a good little battle, and that's a good matchup to look at in the future. As somebody that can match up well with Sabonis. He was giving Sabonis fits all night, D'ing him up, pulling down rebounds. He had a big 13 rebounds last night. Jonas Valanciunas did, and even 7 assists. So they're from the same place. They're both Lithuanian, and they compete against each other when they play, and it was fun to watch them compete last night, even though Sabonis got the shorter end of the stick last night. Valanciunas was the leading assist getter. Zion Williams had 5 assists as well, 26 points, and Zion Williams had a great game. He's constantly going to the basket, constantly getting easy shots, and causing fouls and getting to the free throw line. So it's good to see him out there. He's not injured right now. He's actually playing, so it's good to see him out there. And the Pelicans are a decent team when Zion Williams is not hurt, when he's out there playing. So it's going to be interesting to watch how they play and see what they do in this Western Conference that the Kings are also in. And from my eye test, pretty much the Kings looked like a team that was on the second night of a back-to-back, which they were. De'Aaron Fox, I was not taking very many good shots. He wasn't really going to the basket much. I want to say he made a layup at the basket and maybe one other close shot. Other than that, most of his shots were from 3-point range. I want to say he shot like 12 shots from 3-point range. He's been shooting a little better from 3-point range, so I don't know if that's why he took his chance with the 3-point line tonight, or if it's fatigue and maybe he's tired because of the back-to-back. But De'Aaron was like, I want to say he was like 2 for 12 from 3 last night, something like that. Don't quote me, but yeah, I want to say he was 2 for 12 from 3, which is not good. So, I think De'Aaron needs to kind of stick to his game. He didn't look like normal De'Aaron Fox last night. I want to say he needs to stick to that mid-range game, keep driving to the basket. He's the most lethal, most deadly when he's going to the basket and getting a layup for himself, or taking the mid-range shot, or distributing out to his 3-pointers, or playing that 2-man game with Sabonis. That's when De'Aaron is the most effective. And Sabonis was out there. He was trying to do his thing. He was out there playing with forcing his will, but it was just a night where, he was playing against a rival of his, a very competitive center in Valanciunas, who gave him game. He played with force as well. They were down there battling for rebounds. Valanciunas got more rebounds than Sabonis did last night. So, Sabonis didn't have an easy time scoring. He didn't have an easy time doing anything last night, especially off the back-to-back game. So 10 points for Sabonis, he couldn't find it last night, which most of the Kings couldn't find it last night. Very low scoring game for them, 93 points. We didn't see much of Keegan Murray. He got hurt early. He wasn't hot. Kevin Huerter, he did okay, but he never really got hot. Neither did Malik Monk. So if none of those guys are hitting shots, those guys aren't getting hot and going to the basket, playing that 2-man game with Sabonis, then the Kings are going to have a long night, especially against a young team like these Pelicans. And that's pretty much my bottom line. The Kings were pretty much looked defeated in the third quarter, along with some excellent shooting by the Pelicans and a very hard battle for Sabonis down low versus Valanciunas. And that's pretty much the triple threat that defeated the Kings last night. Coming next, the Kings will be playing the Pelicans in New Orleans again tomorrow at 5 p.m. That game will be on Wednesday, the 22nd at 5 p.m. So Kings at Pelicans, that's going to be an interesting game to see. Will the Kings be able to bounce back after getting demolished by these Pelicans, this young Pelican team? Will they have an answer? Will they come back with more energy? And will they come back and play with more force? They need to come back and make a statement. Go 50-50 against this team on this road trip. I know they've been gone away from home for a while, and this is a really long road trip. But hey, you got a day break. Let's go out there, really show some Kings basketball, and try to go in here and defeat these Pelicans tomorrow. That's all I pretty much have, guys. Thanks for joining. Thanks for showing up. I tried to show up. Hopefully you got some good information from me. Hopefully you like my takes, some of my takes, anything. If you liked anything from this video, if anything was informative for you from this video, go ahead, click that like button for your guy. Also, if you like Kings talk, if you like to talk Kings, if you like Kings news and Kings information, go ahead and subscribe as well. I'm a new channel. I could use the subscriptions. I'm gonna get better. Hey, I'm just a Kings fan with a Kings channel and a million takes, but I'm gonna make it entertaining for you guys, and hopefully I'm gonna give you guys some good information and some good content that you can take with you on your day. So go ahead and subscribe, and if you like, go ahead and share. It'll help me, it'll help kick the algorithm's ass. So help the channel out by liking, subscribing, and sharing. Also, if possible, make a comment below. Comment down below on anything you heard me say, any of my opinions, any of my takes. Make a comment. Do you agree? Do you disagree? I still believe the Kings are a top 3 team in this Western Conference, even with this small setback versus the Pelicans. What do you guys think? Comment below. Let me know. Tell me, what do you think? Where are the Kings going to land this year in the playoffs? And a quick motivational take. You know, there's going to be days, there's going to be times when you're not going to want to do stuff. But remember, you have goals. Remember, you have things that you want to accomplish. Show up every day. Stay committed. Showing up is half the battle. Get there. When you're there, you'll realize it's not as hard as you thought it was going to be. Stay committed. Stay consistent. And you will knock those goals out eventually. All right, guys, that's all I have. It's your guy, Shy and the Man, signing off. With coffee stain on my shirt. That's okay. Thanks for joining me for another episode of The Kings Morning After. Midday Cup of Joe with Jay. Black, 1 tablespoon of cream. That's how I like it. But anyway, you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you next time. Go ahead and check me out after the next Kings game for more insights and takes. And I'll see you guys later. And I'm out. It's good.